He bought his own birthday cake. That was the part that got him. Not the silence of the phone, not the empty chairs, not even the fact that it was his 79th birthday and he was spending it alone. It was standing in the Kroger bakery aisle on a Tuesday morning, picking out a small white cake, and asking the girl behind the counter if she could write "Happy Birthday, Walter" on it. She'd smiled and said sure. Asked who Walter was. "That's me," he said. She stopped smiling, just for a second, then smiled again wider, the way people do when they feel sorry for you but don't know what to say. Walter Gaines drove home with his cake on the passenger seat and told himself it was fine. It was not fine. He was 79 years old, living alone in the same house in Columbus, Ohio, where he'd raised 3 children. Patricia, Denise, and Michael, the youngest, always the closest, or so Walter had believed. He had 7 grandchildren whose birthdays he never missed. Cards, calls, sometimes a check tucked inside. Walter showed up every single time. Today his phone had been quiet since morning. Not a text, not a voicemail, not even one of those automated Facebook birthday notifications that meant absolutely nothing but at least proved someone's algorithm remembered you. Nothing. He set the cake on the kitchen table, got a plate, a fork, lit the single candle he found in the junk drawer. Just one. He wasn't going to stand there lighting 79. He sat down in the quiet house and looked at the flame. Make a wish, Walter. He couldn't think of one. That was the saddest part of all. He blew it out anyway. Walter Gaines had not always been an easy man to love. He knew that. He'd known it for years, long enough that knowing it didn't change much anymore. Just sat with him like an old injury that flared up in cold weather. He'd been a postal worker for 38 years, up at 4:30 every morning, rain or snow or July heat that made the asphalt soft. He delivered mail in neighborhoods that didn't want him there, in weather that didn't care about him, for a salary that never felt like enough. But he showed up. Every single day he showed up. That was the only way Walter knew how to love, by showing up. The problem was he showed up for everyone except the people inside his own house. His wife Gloria had told him that once, not in anger. Gloria wasn't an angry woman. She'd said it quietly at the kitchen table one evening, the kids already in bed, her hands wrapped around a mug of tea. "Walter, you give everything to that job and come home with nothing left." He hadn't known what to say, so he'd said nothing, gone to bed, got up at 4:30. Gloria passed 11 years ago. Heart attack, sudden, no warning. Walter had come home from his shift and found her in the garden. He still couldn't look at that garden without his chest going tight. After that the kids drifted. Not immediately. They'd been good at first, checking in, calling regularly. But life moves fast when you're in your 40s with your own kids and your own mortgage and your own exhaustion. Walter understood. He just hadn't expected understanding to feel this lonely. He finished his cake slice alone at the kitchen table. It was too sweet. He ate it anyway. At 2 in the afternoon, Walter called Patricia. It rang 4 times. Voicemail. "Hey sweetheart, it's Dad. Just calling to say hello. Hope you're all doing well." He didn't mention his birthday. 3 He called Denise. She picked up. He felt his heart lift for just a second, but there was noise in the background, kids, television, the chaos of a full house. "Dad, hey, can I call you back later? We've got soccer pickup in 10 minutes. "Of course," Walter said. "Go ahead." She didn't call back. At 5 he called Michael. Michael answered on the second ring and Walter felt something loosen in his chest. Relief, pathetic and real. "Hey Dad." "Hey son, just checking in. Everything okay?" "Everything's fine. Just quiet day." A pause. Background sounds of an office. Michael worked late most days. "You eating all right?" "Had some cake," Walter said, then immediately wished he hadn't. "Cake? What's the occasion?" Walter looked at the half-eaten birthday cake on the table, the single candle lying beside it. "Nothing," he said. "I just had a taste for something sweet." He could not bring himself to say it. Could not say, "Michael, it's my birthday. It has been my birthday all day. I bought my own cake and ate it alone and none of you remembered." The words were right there and he could not not say them because saying them meant admitting that this was his life now, that this was what 79 looked like. "All right, Dad, I'll call you this weekend, okay?" "Okay, son." He hung up and sat in the silence of his kitchen for a long time. Outside, the evening was going dark. Her name was Evelyn. She was 82, lived 3 houses down, and had been widowed longer than Walter. She knocked on his door at 6:30 with a foil-covered plate. Walter opened the door and looked at her. Small woman, white hair, reading glasses pushed up on her head the way she always wore them. "I made too much pot roast," she said. "You're going to help me with it." Walter stepped aside and let her in. She set the plate on the counter, spotted the birthday cake on the table, and went very still for just a moment. Then turned to the cabinet like she'd been in this kitchen 100 times. She had, and got out 2 plates without asking. "Evelyn," Walter said. "Sit down, Walter." He sat. She served the pot roast and cut 2 more slices of cake and sat across from him, and they ate together in the easy quiet of 2 old people who didn't need to fill every silence. Halfway through dinner she looked up. "How old?" 79. She nodded like that meant something. "I turned 81 in March," she said. "My daughter sent a card, postmarked 2 days late." Walter looked at her. "We're not invisible, Walter," Evelyn said quietly. "We just stopped being convenient." That sat in the room between them for a moment. It was the truest thing anyone had said to him in years. He looked at this woman, 82 years old, pot roast, reading glasses on her head, and felt something shift. Not happiness exactly, something quieter. The particular comfort of being seen by someone who understands exactly what it costs to keep going. "Thank you for coming, Evelyn," he said. She waved her fork. "Eat your pot roast." That night Walter sat in his armchair and did something he hadn't done in years. He wrote a letter, not an email, a real letter, on the yellow legal pad he kept in the kitchen drawer for grocery lists. He wrote one to each of them: Patricia, Denise, Michael. Not angry letters, not guilt letters, just honest ones. He wrote about Gloria, about how she used to make his birthday feel like an event even when they had no money, handmade cards from the kids, her special lemon cake, the way she'd sing off-key and make the children laugh. He wrote about what it had felt like to sit at that table today with a store-bought cake and a single candle. He wrote, "I'm not telling you this to make you feel bad. I'm telling you because I never told you things. Your mother always said I kept too much inside. She was right, so here it is." He wrote, "I love you. I am proud of you. I was not always there the way I should have been, and I know that, but I am still here. I won't be forever. I just need you to know that the days feel very long now." He folded each letter, found 3 envelopes in the same drawer, addressed them by hand, the way he used to when his handwriting was steadier. He'd mail them in the morning. He didn't know if they'd change anything. Maybe Patricia would call. Maybe Denise would feel guilty for a week and then forget. Maybe Michael would read it on his lunch break and fold it back up and mean to respond and never quite get around to it. But Walter was 79 years old and had spent too many years saying nothing. Tonight he had said something. That felt like enough. Michael showed up on Saturday. No call ahead. Just a knock on the door at 10 in the morning. Walter opened it and there was his son, 51 years old, looking tired in the way fathers of young children always look tired, holding a brown paper bag and not quite meeting Walter's eyes. "I found the letter," Michael said. Walter stepped back. "Let him in." Michael set the bag on the kitchen table: bagels, cream cheese, orange juice. He'd driven 2 hours from Cincinnati. Walter noticed the travel coffee cup, still in his hand. They sat at the same table where the birthday cake had been. "I forgot, Dad," Michael said. Not an excuse, just the plain fact of it, said with the shame it deserved. "I looked at my phone that night after we talked and I saw it in my calendar and I just..." He stopped. There's no good way to finish that sentence. "No," Walter agreed. "There isn't. I'm sorry." Walter looked at his son, 51 years old. Gloria's forehead. Walter's eyes. A good man carrying too much, same as Walter had at that age. "I know you are," Walter said. They ate their bagels. Michael asked questions, real ones, not how are you questions. He asked about the neighbors, about Walter's knee that had been bothering him, about what Walter was reading. He stayed until 2 in the afternoon. When he left, he hugged Walter in the doorway, long, the kind of hug that meant something. I'll call more, Michael said. I mean it. Walter nodded. He hoped it was true. He believed it was meant. He stood in the doorway and watched Michael's car until it turned the corner, then went inside to his quiet house. But it was a different quiet now. Not the quiet of being forgotten. The quiet of a man who had finally spoken up and been heard. Some people wait their whole lives to be found. Walter Gaines wrote 3 letters and found his way back to his son. It is never too late to say the thing you should have said years ago.